JC Caceres here. We're at RVCA headquarters in Costa Mesa, California, and we're at their training facility with the one and only Danny Perez, who's getting ready for his fight next Friday. Danny, how do you feel?
I feel great, man. I'm ready, and I've been training hard. It's been a long time. I've been on the bench for a year and a half, so I'm ready to go. I'm already out weight. Everything's good. We're ready.
You've been working with Jason Perillo, which is your trainer. Talk to us about some of the things that how it feels to work with Jason. Which is becoming one of the most sought after boxing trainers in MMA, and obviously with his boxing background.
Yeah, I've been with Jason now. Got 8 years since I made my comeback, and back then, there was really nobody else, and I knew right when I started working with him, this guy's something special, and so I trained with him for a year before we started making a run at it, and it's been great. Jason's he's the best trainer in the world. He's the best in the world. Yeah.
This is a fight against Benjamin Diaz. The first time you guys fought was about a year ago or so, and I remember that fight ended in a draw. What do you think is going to happen different this time, and what do you think you can improve on that's going to make the difference?
Gosh, that fight, I look back at it, and I started off too slow. He caught me in the first round. I finished strong. I thought I clearly won the fight, but I have to start off faster this fight, and that's the game plan. That's the game plan right now. Benjamin, if you're watching, we're starting off a lot faster. I don't care if he sees it on YouTube or not. We're starting off faster, and I don't think he can handle my speed. My ring generalship, everything. If I do what I know I can do, I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Last time, it seemed like after what was a slow start, you went ahead and picked up the pace with your jab. Do you think your jab is going to be the big difference in this fight?
Yes, 100%. That's what we've been working on is the jab. We're going to start off a lot faster using that jab. And like Jason says, you establish the jab and everything else falls into place as we saw last Saturday with Tito Ortiz,
Tito's actually one of your stablemates. Actually worked, with Jason for his fight against for his fight last week against, or a couple of weeks ago against Ryan Bader. Jason's been helping him with his boxing. Talk about what you saw in Tito as far as his growth as with his hands and his striking.
I saw Jason. I saw Jason and Tito reinvent the wheel with the stand-up. I've been in the gym for a long time with Tito, and he's a great athlete. Obviously, a legend in the UFC, but as far as his stand-up, he has evolved into a different fighter, and he came out, and I knew what the game plan was coming out to fight Bader, and working on a game plan and doing it under the lights the night of the fight are two different things. When Tito came out that night, I knew right then and there he meant business, and he stuck to his game plan, and he won the fight. He fought.
Obviously he went ahead and ended the fight by submission, but what led to that was the right hand that dropped Bader, gave him the opportunity to get that neck. Talk about what emotions or what you felt when you saw him land that punch.
To be honest, I jumped out of my skin, JC. I jumped up. I was so happy and proud of him. I know what it's like to have your back up against the wall and to be in a must-win situation and to see the smile on his face, that joy. I want to feel that next Friday night. I was very proud of him, very proud of him.
You train at a really special and different place because the RVCA Training Center is home run. Not only Tito Ortiz, but also guys have come through here, like obviously BJ Penn, this man right here, Vitor Belfort, and others. What's it like training alongside with so many different MMA superstars?
It's great. You get a perspective not only from the boxing world, but from the MMA world. I have the utmost respect for those guys. I love them. You see BJ Penn working on some ground game with his brother Reagan, who's making his debut next month. And it's great. It's having the best of both worlds. A lot of great boxers come through here, and obviously the elite MMA guys, So, yeah, it's great. It's great.
And, talk about how, Jason goes ahead and makes it work for everybody where you guys work together. I've seen that before, and it really helps both of you guys' games. And Jason manages to make time for everyone.
Yeah, Jason's really good. He's a really good guy to get other guys to communicate with each other and understand each other. And, we know first and foremost that Jason Perillo's all about his stand-up striking, but, I mean, let's be honest, it's boxing, and Jason's the man when it comes to boxing. And he's getting a lot of these MMA guys now to work on their boxing, and I see them improving, overnight. These guys are great.
Do you think after, Tito's last performance that the secret's out? If you're an MMA fighter and you want to get better at your hands, Jason Perillo's the man to come see?
I don't know. That's a good question. I continue to watch UFC, and Joe Rogan refuses to give Jason Perillo any props, which is cool. Freddie Roach has already said, BJ Penn has the best hands in mixed martial arts. BJ Penn's been working with Jason Perillo from day one, when he made a run at the title. So, I don't know. I guess you can tell me.
Well, the news broke a couple of days ago, actually yesterday, about Tito fighting against Phil Davis in a couple of weeks at UFC 133. I'm sorry, stepping in for Phil Davis, fighting Rashad Evans. So it looks like Tito's going to be right back in camp. Talk about that.
Yeah, I'm happy for Tito, and people were counting out Tito Ortiz, and rightfully so. The guy hadn't won a fight in a while. A lot of the criticism he was getting, as I know, being a fighter, the few that do are the envy. Oh, well, I forgot that part. I have to go back. But yeah, I'm happy for Tito, and he wins this fight. He's fighting for the title. So all of a sudden, man, lightning strikes fast, and he's back in the mix. He was almost counted for dead, and now he could be the next light heavyweight champion of the world.
Anything the fans can expect that are going to be attending your fight? Next week, next Friday at Hollywood Park and Inglewood, California. What can the fans expect?
They're going to expect, they can expect a great show. I have a lot of fans coming out. I have about 200 people coming out to support me. I have the owner of RVCA coming out to support me. I have some really great people coming out to support me, and I think it's going to be a good night. I'm an action-packed fighter, and I'm going to start off faster this time around, and I think they can expect a really exciting fight.
Any message for any of your sponsors or supporters out there?
Thank you so much for all my sponsors. Integral Communities, Land Developing Company, RVCA, John Wayne Cancer Foundation, Ethan Wayne. All you guys, I really, really appreciate it. My boy Anthony Reyes. All you guys, and most importantly, my family, the Perez family and my baby nephew, Aiden Robert McCrae. I love you guys, and I'm going to bring it home next Friday night.
Sounds good. We look forward to it, Danny. Thank you very much.